Alright, I'm up front here in my pet orthic center, and we're going to try to just show you how to cast a patient and show you how I videotape and take foot impressions, mostly for chiropractors and DOs. The podiatrists are trained to do this, but some of my podiatrists also put a camera on the floor, and it's useful in showing the patient why they have bad pain in their ankles, arch, toes. Chiropractors can use this to show their patients why they're treating them. PTs also, why they have to treat their knee and their hip and their back. And when they see how they pronate or supinate, the patient understands why they have the pain that you're treating. And also why you want to give them orthotics. This is a Harrison mat. It's older than me, but it's a lot less expensive than getting an electronic mat that most insurance companies aren't paying for. So with this mat, it costs you about 2 cents to show the patient, take an impression, pressure sensitive, bottom of the foot. And a lot of my chiropractors, while they're learning, as part of our teaching method, can send this in and keep a copy in your office. And I have a copy in the box of foam that's in here. And I can see all the pressure points. It's also an aid in showing regular patients and athletes. So I just inked the pad. This paper, this extra paper in here. I also have a skeleton on the other side of it, glad to give you, in case you go to a meet. You could point out different problems with the knees coming in, the ankles falling in. I put non-medical terms on here. You can show a person's shoulder lower or higher. Ask them to come back and see you in the office. So our patient today is Lynn. I'm going to ask Lynn to please come over here. Put your shoes down. And I want you to walk across here with your heel about 1 inch from the brass, and start off with your left one. Walk across and roll right across the front of it, please. And walk right across. Stay there and turn around. And I'm going to open it up and see how it came out. And as you can see, a lot of pressure on the first. The toes are hammered. These are just some extra dots because I didn't roll it out enough to save time. Now I want you to do the same thing with your right heel. Walk right across. Okay. See how the right foot is doing. And was it the right foot where you broke it?
Yeah.
Okay. As you can see, there's some extra pressure points right here on the second and third metatarsal heads, and your arch is higher on the right foot than the left, as you can see in here. So you'll have all different versions of this when you send it in. If I see a dark spot where the first metatarsal, the second metatarsal, the fifth, there's a place to tell us to make cutouts on the orthotics. We'll go over it later with more footprints. Now I have a built-in camera on the floor, high density Logitech, and I'm telling my doctors to add this to their office because it shows the patient why you're treating them. It's not just for orthotics. So if someone's coming in and their hip's hurting, they had a bad back for 3 years, and you're a chiropractor, a PT, even a foot doctor who's treating fasciitis. If you ask the patient to take a step, like you see now, and my knee's going forward, and then ask them to walk barefoot, and they take a step and their knee falls in, they'll tell you before you have time to even ask them, oh, no wonder my knee hurts. And I was sent to your office by my friend because they can see their knee falling in. They can see when they take a step that they're walking right off on their big toe and pulling their hip. And again, But as you can see, as soon as I put my orthotic back on in a sensible shoe and I take a step, my knee goes forward. Now Lynn, I would like to practice with you before you go to the camera. I want you to take your right, come forward here so you can see in the camera. One more step. I want you to take your right ankle and just bring it up about 1/4 inch. That's good. And I'm going to count 1, 2, 3 and tell you to drop it. Now let's do the left one just a little bit. 1, 2, 3, drop it. Okay? Now walk back, please. Stand still. But as a seatbed, I tell the patient I'm not going to take a still picture. And I'll just click and her picture was taken. And within real time that I'm doing it, I am telling the computer right now to print it in my office, and I can save it and scan it and keep the documents on file. So now Lynn's picture was taken. Okay, now we're going to take a video. So when I say action, you're going to walk to the wall, and cameraman, try to keep up with her. Walk nice and slow with your hands at your side. Action. In about two more steps, I'm going to tell you to stop. Okay, even up that left foot and relax. Now take your right ankle and bring it up just about 1/4 inch. Hold it there. 1, 2, 3, drop it. Bring the left one up. 1, 2, 3, drop it. Good. Now turn in an angle towards me so the cameraman can see your heel. Can you see your heels real good there? Good. Bring your right ankle up a little 1/4 inch. That's good. Hold it there. 1, 2, 3. Drop it. Bring the left one up. 1, 2, 3. Drop it. Okay. Turn completely around and face the way you came, please. Bring that left foot around a little bit. The right foot. That's good. Then just relax. Now bring your right ankle up a little bit. 1, 2, 3. Drop it. Bring the left one up a little bit. 1, 2, 3. Drop it. All right. Face the cameraman. At this point, I want you to bring that right ankle up. Hold it there. 1, 2, 3. And I want you to see how the first metatarsal and the big toe came off the ground. Even if it's not exactly right, I'm letting her exaggerate it for this movie. So if you're a physician, you can see the 4-foot varus, and you know what I'm talking about. If you're a private person, that means the big toe and the first metatarsal and the arch should be touching the ground. And the orthotic is going to balance that foot when we get done making it. Drop it, please, Lynn. Bring the left one up. Too high. Bring it right about there. 1, 2, 3. Now drop it. Turn around and walk back, please. Now turn around and walk halfway back, and stop when you're even with the speaker here. Okay, stop right there. Bring that right ankle up. A little too high. Hold it there. 1, 2, 3. Drop it. Bring it up again. The left one. A little too high. 1, 2, 3. Drop it. And we are finished. The reason I bring the patient halfway up is when I show this movie back to the patient, I will put the mouse on their knee. And at this point, they can see how much their knee rotates when you have the patient put their foot back, which helps them to understand why they had knee pain, ankle pain, fasciitis, tendinitis, why their hip is hurting, and why you as a chiropractor have to adjust them, or a PT, do your therapy on them, because it's all connected from the neck down right to the heel bone. And this is how you would cast in your office. So when you see the other 2 films on how to cast with a box, you saw me do it on the shelf. And this is how you have to do it in your office. So I'm going to try to get on the ground. You sit, please. Okay, bring your body forward, not the chair. And again, I'm going to open the lid as the instructions said. Lift this foot up. Try to center the foot. bring this one over here and relax. Now I have my thumb on the navicular and talus joint. Understanding you're supposed to be seeing the casting instructions on how to cast first, so you'll understand what I'm doing now, because this is the short version. The leg is 90 degrees, and the foot's 90 degrees to the leg and to the floor. And if I turn the foot this way, I turn it this way, and now I have the foot in subtalar neutral. I go this way, I'm pronating it. If I go this way, I'm supinating it, I'm bringing it back, and I've been pivoting on the heel all the time. Now the trick is, with my two fingers on the instep, I'm going to be pushing 70% here, and I'm also going to be keeping these two fingers straight down so I don't go to the left and I don't go to the right with the whole foot. But 70% push here and 30% here. So we're just going to push right down. It's real easy now because you're above the knee as opposed to my platform. And you notice this is still maintaining the forefoot varus deformity. So I'm going to place the palm of my hand on all the heads, not on the toes, not on the instep, but right on the heads. I'm keeping that same angle. I'm incorporating the first. That's the most important thing. Lynn has a wide foot, and it's a little bit wider than my hand, so I want to make sure I'm on the 5th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd. If I don't come all the way to the end, that's okay. But the 5th is what's going to bottom out to the same level as the heel. So I'm just going to push straight down. And I'm not going to roll across and push the first metatarsal any further than it was when we started. Then you push the toes down. You're going to come back, as you saw in the casting instructions previous, and just give a little oomph on the cuboid. Lift that up. Place her foot here. And then I'm going to lift this foot up, put the box here. You can use the lid to pivot the foot again. I can pronate the foot, like that. I can over supinate it, but I'm going to feel for subtalar neutral, which is about here. Most important to understand that this first metatarsal is not touching the foam. It's 1/4 inch off the top of the foam. So now again, 70% on the instep, 30% on the knee. Take the palm of your hand, incorporate the 5th, it goes straight down. Now I purposely let the foot slide so you could see what not to do. You should try to keep the foot in the center. And now I'm going over to cuboid. And lift this up, please. And I'm going to try to pick myself up. There we go. Don't get old. It's easier when you're younger.
Stay.
And as you can see, here's Lynn's foot. And because I cast it right, but if you go back and you look at the casting instructions, if I put the pen here and mark it off, it's the same distance over here. So the 5th metatarsal and the heel are all the way down to, pushed down to the bottom of the box minus the foam that's squeezed together. And if I was to push a nice round pen, make a little hole in the heel, it should match this one right here. And if I push it here, it's going to make a bigger hole because the forefoot was coming up about 1/4 inch, which is about 6 degrees of forefoot varus. And you try to keep it in the middle. So when you mail it to us, you have less of a chance for it breaking. So this I laid it next to the side, still won't hurt anything. But try to center the foot. This is the correct way. And we are now finished.